Hi everybody. Kind of an interesting evening this evening. You know, I've done videos on different stuff and playing music. And tonight, don't ask me why because I can't tell you why, but I'm eating psilocybin mushrooms. Now, they call them magic mushrooms. It's a psychotropic plant, and I really don't know more than that. It provides like mild hallucinations. It's a body buzz, and you know, it's not too much of a mental thing. I mean, you don't think a lot of weird thoughts or anything like that. It's imagine cutting the tongue off of your leather shoe and eating part of that. And it's got the same consistency. I gotta tell you what though, I like the taste. Yeah. I think one of the things I like about the taste is that you know you're gonna trip. Now, the thing I like about the psilocybin any psychotropic plant will give you an opportunity to discover some new idea or some new thing that can help you smooth out the course of your life. Now, the last time I did this was about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I waited out in the backyard. The lawn was kind of like, it looked like a water bed, you know, with a mild like waving and stuff like that, and all of the everything in the neighborhood kind of like shifted around, you know. It's like I was looking at that and I was thinking, why do we hallucinate? Why do all the edges of things like get uncertain? You know, like where you're looking at a doorway and all of a sudden you look at it and it could be either way, 3 or 4 inches. And I think the reason for that is because as individuals, each of us human beings, we see things just a little bit different. And there might be a 3 or 4 inch difference for what we might consider clearance through a doorway. So, you know, that's what I'm figuring for the hallucinations. I'm thinking for the paranoia. I don't get paranoid that often, but I think that paranoia comes from, you know, you're set in your ways, you have ideas, and you have firm beliefs in the way things are. This is that way, that is this way. And when you're using psychotropic plants, you find out it's just like that doorway. There's like a 3 or 4 inch difference. And you know, you might find it a little disconcerting that what you believe to be rock solid truth, you know, it's malleable. It's more like clay than it is like rock. And yeah, I think that's where the paranoia comes from. I don't know. And but I do know this. In all of my experiments with alcohol and drugs, I can do everything better when I'm sober. So, you know, there you have it. You know, like say, if you want to really excel at something or anything, you're going to have to stay sober. Now, my belief is you don't have to stay sober all the time. Occasionally you can cop a buzz. Anyway, excuse me. I met a fella at our dog park, Balduck Park, Will. And his wife is Connie, his dog is Ella. And Will has played in professional bands, you know, bands that got paid for what they were doing. He plays a 5-string bass, and he's a very impressive player. He's miles ahead of what my abilities are, but he's been patient with me, and we've been working on 3 songs that we plan on going out to open mic nights and stuff like that and doing. And I've been playing alone for about 3 years, so one of the things that I have is when I'm emotionally involved with the song, there are different parts where I slow up or I go faster. And when you're playing with somebody else, it's very important that you keep the same cadence. And in that respect, it's been a very, very difficult journey with Will to keep that same cadence. But I've been working on it, and it's coming out. And he hasn't kicked me out yet, so I guess I'm not doing too bad. But we're working on 3 songs, and I'm just going to play the 3 of them through. I still fuck them up all the time. I can't seem to help doing that. But the 3 songs are Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash, Cheatin' Heart by whoever is your favorite artist, and For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. And I think I'm going to start this one off with Cheatin' Heart. You know what? I'm already starting to get like performance anxiety. One of the biggest things I've had problems with playing the guitar is that I'm just not comfortable playing it in front of other people. And I'm a little bit less uncomfortable playing it in front of the camcorder because you don't have to see it. I can always just not post it. But I do like posting these things, and I want to emphasize again that I'm doing this under the influence of a psychotropic plant, and I'm not going to do it as well as if I were sober. So I would say that anything that's worth getting better at, do it sober. Anyway, the first song, Cheatin' Heart. Let's do that. It's kind of hard to even find the strings, man. A little bit of throat clearing, right? Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry, and you try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and you call my name, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you we're telling you. Okay, I kind of like that. I got a lot of congestion tonight, so kind of raspy in the voice. Okay, but that was Cheating Heart. That's what we're working on. And we're getting a little bit better at it. And like I said, you know, I've got this performance anxiety, so it makes it double difficult. Plus, another thing, we've been playing, running it all through an amp, a PA system, and there's a microphone here in front of me. And the thing about the microphone is, you gotta stay right on it, okay? You can't move this way, you can't move this way, because they can't hear you. So, you know, there's that. You know, I've got to get used to that. And this here guitar, this is a Mitchell. It's acoustic only. So we got to have a microphone over here. And it's the same way with the microphone for the mouth. You know, you move a little bit. So, you know, I'm trying to keep cadence with an accomplished performer. I'm trying to hold the guitar steady so it can pick up the sound. And I'm trying to sing into the microphone. I'm forgetting the words to these songs, man. That's a lot to get used to. We've done it for our last 2 sessions. We've been doing it like 1 day a week, usually Fridays. And it's a lot of work. And I think it's worth it because I think that the things that are challenging me now are things that will just come to me naturally in a few months, and it'll make me a better player. I'm not so sure about the benefits of being a better player because, you know, most of the things I see like this are involved in staying up until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want to do that. So, but I'll tell you one thing, at a campfire or, you know, sitting outside with a bunch of drunken people, we can wail. It's a good fun time. Now, I don't know about in front of a stage, and I don't know about selling people a ticket, but, you know, give me a bunch of people and we're all drunk and having fun, smoking weed and doing all that. And we can have some good times. It's amazing how many of the songs I know that everybody knows the words to. Which brings me to the next one. Folsom Prison Blues. Now, this is a Johnny Cash song. And I had to learn this one from scratch because it was like one of Will's songs. The Cheating Heart, you know, we both knew that one. I mean, that's pretty common. Folsom Prison Blues is pretty cool. I wanted to start off with playing I Walked the Line by Johnny Cash because, you know, that was the one I'd played 1,000 times. But Will had played Folsom Prison Blues 1,000 times. So I started picking it up, and I still don't have it totally down pat, but this is what I do have. And I like the cadence, and I changed some of the lyrics, like there's, okay, but anyway, this is it. Well, I hear that train a-comin', it's a-comin' round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, where time keeps dragging on, while that train keeps on rolling on down to San Antonio. This is one of my favorite verses coming up. When I was a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't you play with guns. But I shot a man in Detroit just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blow, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks sipping in a fancy dining car, probably sipping coffee and smoking big cigars. And I know I had it coming, and I know I can't be free. But that train keeps on rolling, and that's what tortures me. It's a long song. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that train was mine, I bet I'd take it all and move it further down the line. 'Cause far from Folsom Prison is where I wanna stay. And I'll let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Yeah, I'll let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Alright, I was starting to lose the chords there, so I figured, fuck it, just bang the guitar. Man, I wish I had a cigarette right now. Hold on. You know what I do have? Right here in this little bucket, I got a pretty good sized roach. And look over here in my ashtray. Surprise of surprises, I've got a roach clip. Now, once again, everything you can do on drugs, you can do better sober. Just not with as much soul. But if you can find a way to balance the two so that you're somewhat sober, but you still have soul. So having soul is so important, you know? And having soul, basically, I would say that's like being in touch with what's around you, and especially with the people that you're with or that you're nearby. One of my feelings has always been that you really shouldn't create drama. Okay, like think of yourself as a little blood cell. You don't want to be a clot. Clots cause heart attacks. What you want to do is flow smoothly in the system. And you can do that. It's easy to do. Tell you one thing, these mushrooms give you just a little bit of indigestion. But, you know what, too? You lose a lot of time. Because you know what I do is like, I'll take a stem or a top and I'll eat it. Not very often, because, you know, the thing is, with the mushrooms, they activate some kind of gland in your brain or somewhere in your body that drains, I don't know, your happy fluid, serotonin. I don't know what they call it. But anyway, don't take me up on that because I don't want to appear to be stupid. I'm not very knowledgeable about all this stuff, but I do know that there is a chemical reaction between yourself and the mushrooms, and it kind of drains your system of that that fluid that the mushrooms cause you to release, which gives you the buzz. And there's only so much of that in your system. So, you know, you can't stay high on mushrooms all the time. And I'm finding like maybe every couple weeks. And the thing about it is, too, if you can sit quiet and listen, sometimes you can get ideas that you wouldn't have had before. And they help you out. Anyway, I'm starting to get a pretty good buzz. This is the third song, and it's For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. I've had some problems brushing up the strums in a couple spots, but I think I'm getting there. Something's happening here, but it just ain't exactly clear. Yeah. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. You gotta stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. That's this part right there. I did that pretty smooth, didn't I? Look what's going down. Right there, right? Fellow lines are being formed. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their mind, getting so much resistance from behind. You gotta stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. That spot right there, so I got it. Tom pointed that out to me the other night. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly saying hooray for our side. You gotta stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will weep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man comes and takes you away. You gotta stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. And stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. I kind of like that song. I'm trying to like it a lot. Stop, children, what's the sound? Everybody look what's going down. I guess that's cool. I gotta tell you what though, the words of it, okay, like paranoia and battle lines are being drawn. Yeah, I feel that a lot in today's society. You know, we have so many conflicts going on everywhere. And one of the things, you know, we watch the news, right? Everybody turns on their television. And I think that, you know, we're hearing news that 100 years ago we didn't hear, like that tsunami in Japan. If it would have been 100 years ago, we wouldn't have known about it. And this wouldn't have seemed like such a scary place to live because we wouldn't have known about the tsunami. We're getting news from like far places in the world, places that are far away from us. And we're getting news about disasters that have no effect on us. And yet, they're broadcast and we worry about them. And they create fear in our hearts. And that's where the paranoia creeps in right there. If you want to feel better, once the weather's off, turn off the fucking television. You'll feel much better. Look at me, right? One of my favorite songs of all time. I'm starting to trip pretty good here. It feels pretty good. I'm too busy. I've been drinking too. I visited with the neighbors, had a few beers, drank a little bourbon. Tonight's the night, boy. I'll tell you what. And it's only Wednesday night. Can you imagine that? This is shit that most people do on Fridays. I feel so special. Anyway, I really don't have a favorite song anymore because this has gone on. But Linda was my sweetheart for about 20 years. And for most of that 20 years, I treated her like crap. I treated her like she was second best. She died 3 years ago. I feel guilty. You just wouldn't believe how guilty I feel about it. I feel that if I had been a better man and a gooder man and more patient and more understanding, that she would still be alive today. Now I feel really bad about that. Really bad. And for the first couple of years there, I was losing my strength. Basically, I wanted to die. And I never could develop the desire to die big enough to commit suicide, although I did think about it. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I just set up some weights. And I'm going to start lifting weights and doing stuff like that. I've lost 32 pounds since Linda died. But anyway, the reason why I talked about Linda was when I play this song, I think about Linda. It's a Willie Nelson song. I forget the name of it. I'll probably forget the words and the chords too. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. In the twilight glow I see her, blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, only memories remain. Through the ages I'll remember blue eyes crying in the rain. One day when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. in a land that knows no pardon. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Sometimes you get messages when you're tripping. And a message I got a few weeks ago, and the one that's coming clear to me tonight, is like when you're in the middle of doing something, you shouldn't be thinking about, you shouldn't be questioning, am I doing it good? Am I doing it bad? What do they think? What you should be doing is putting your heart into it and playing it. You have to get I out of the equation. And I have a real hard time doing that. You know, it's like I'm in the middle of doing something and I'm considering what I must look like doing it. And that takes away from your ability to do it well. And I don't know if it's something that could ever be overcome. But just now when I was playing this song, I had that same feeling. You know, it's like, damn, you know, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? And that's where the chords started going bad. You know, it's because I took my mind off of what I was playing, and I put my mind on how I looked like when I was playing it. It just doesn't work for me. Anyway, I really miss Linda. I'm getting really used to coming home to an empty house. I stay out late. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here now because, you know, right about now is when I would ordinarily just play the guitar.